brand new video. So today we're going to be training some troops. I want to build up a little bit more on my T2s because I want to have a good meat shield. So today is about meat shield. I have made videos on this in the past, and it is very important for someone of my size to have a great strong meat shield. Okay, and because I'm VIP 16, I can just use the train now feature. Let me show you what I am at the moment. I'm currently 1.94 billion. So let's get this up. Okay, so this one's the lowest, so we'll work on this one to start with. Okay. So we're working our way up here. So we do have quite a lot of speed ups. Let me just get some of this. Right, let's just get some. Yeah, let's just get a good chunk, guys, and then we can just do it. There we go. Now we can just spam click like this and we can see it grow. So let's see if we can get this to 6 million and then see if we can get the rest to 6 million. That would be an absolute big win if we can get them all to 6 million or even higher to start with. Because right now the reason why I want T2s is T2s are going to catch their underboss. As long as I've got enough troops here, this should start to grab underbosses. Okay, it's for like a safety precaution for myself when getting raided. So if I've got a boatload of troops which are T2, they're not going to make their way through every single one of these T2s. So it's just going to keep grabbing and grabbing and grabbing other people's enforcers, and that's the whole aim of the game for doing this wise. Let me know down below if you have a meat shield, and if so, how many troops do you have? What amount do you feel safe at? Because I know for myself, it's very hard to feel safe on this game because obviously a lot of people are big and very strong now. So there's so many different ways to get around meat shields and stuff like that for other people. So it's just trying to be the best you can be in the game. And it's really great that we got this VIP 16, so I can use a quick train now button rather than clicking this and then going on to here and clicking this and then going, it's a lot quicker doing it this way for myself. I wonder how close we are to VIP 17. Should we have a quick look? Ooh, very close, guys, very close indeed. Right, so we've hit 6 million of these now. So I do really want to get these up to 4 million. I don't think I'll have enough to do 4 million of these though. But you got to look at it, the smaller troops, because you can make more of them, it's just going to eat up all of the other troops, all of the it's going to eat up their troops and take their underboss, at the end of the day, which is the main priority. Yeah, so it looks like we ran out of training speed ups there. We've only got big ones, so I'm going to use a little bit of gold. But other than that, guys, it's just it's focusing on the right things. So the reason why I've got 1.5 mil T1 bikers is for robbing resources, because they're fast, they're safe. If you kill them, it doesn't really matter because they're cheap anyways. And then the T2s, they're there just purely to be a meat shield at all times. So it doesn't matter if I've got other troops out, these troops will always be there to take the first hit, the brunt hit off the people. And the thing is this can take many hits, and that's why we've got 50 million troops. So when you send your 2.8 million troops at me, you're going against 50 million. You know, the likelihood of you winning that fight is very, very slim. You know, but having higher levels also do play a part in it, and it is valuable to have higher levels. You know, low levels do the job of getting the underboss, but if you're looking at the longevity of many hits, you're going to want to have some of the big heavy hitters like T4s and T3s involved, you know. So I'd like to get each one of these to 10 million at a later date, these to 5 million, and then get these up to 10 million at some point as well. You know, I don't need as many T3s, but T4s are very valuable, and you know, you do use a lot of them. Surprisingly, you don't think you would, but you really do use a lot of T4s when you're in Glory of Oakvale and when you're in Gov War in general. You know, we do use a lot. Oh, I'm just gonna start that up quickly. You know, so it's keeping in mind, guys, Meatshields are great, but it also depends on who you are as a player, how big you are, and what you're kind of looking for, really, guys, to be fair to you. So let's say you're 100 million and you've got about 250k each T3s. Would I say go for a Meatshield? Yeah, sure, why not? Do a little bit of a Meatshield, but don't go crazy, because you've got to look at it. At the end of the day, how big your hospital cap is that's kind of like the main safety, you know, buffer of it. You do have your sanitarium now, which is awesome, but it does take a long time to get out of there. So you don't want to have, so it's trying to find a fine line of what level you are where you're able to protect yourself, but then also needing that safety buffer of the T2s. People do use T1s, but they are very weak. That's why I'd recommend T2s. Let's have a look at this. We can have a look here, right? So there is an event which attacks us. I can't find it. So there is an event where they attack you, and they send like 5-6 million troops at you, you know, and that's truly where you see, you know, how strong you are. So for someone like me who's got 50.6 million troops, you're not going to work your way through that anytime soon, you know. And the fact that I've got some majority high level T4s, you know, even more so. You know, but it is possible for somebody to get through. If let's say I took a month off the game and people really wanted to attack me, they might be able to work their way down and get me, you know, get my wall down and just slowly pick me off, you know. It's a possibility, so you got to look out for these possibilities. But it's definitely worth getting a Meatshield, really worth it, because this is going to grab their underboss, and then they're not going to be able to win a next hit against me without an underboss. All their friends are just going to keep sending underbosses in, and I'm just going to keep collecting them, you know. It's just like a safety precaution, really, because all these are very expensive, valuable troops. Diamonds, resources, money, real life money onto it, you know. So these it's a nice little security. It's like an insurance in the sense that you're safe when you go offline, you know. Even for someone who's 2 bill like myself, you know, there's still many people bigger than me. Look, I'm only ranked 16 in this city, you know. There's many people bigger than me. Globally, I don't think I'm even in top 100. I'm not even in top 100 globally, you know. So it's just trying to be as smart as you can, guys. Yeah. So Meatshields are very much worth it, and I'd recommend majority of people to get it. If you're really small, you don't really need to focus on troops. You can focus on fighting stats and getting your fighting stats up. But if you're medium size, it's definitely worth having a look at it. You know, when you get to that awkward level of, oh, I've got a fair amount of troops, I've got a couple mil T4s, but I don't have anything to protect me. You know, that's when you start thinking, all right, I'll build up some T2s, build up some T3s, let's bulk it out a little bit, let's get the troops up. It's also a scare factor as well. Like, shite, he's got 50 million troops, how am I going to win against that? You know, it's that fear factor of it as well. And if you can put a double disinformation on, double, triple on, you know, so then they look at 150 million troops, they don't want to go against that, you know. So it's just kind of playing smart, guys, and you can do it, and you will get that, guys, just slow and steady. All right, but thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and woo!